Just over here by the bridges. Yeah, right. There's probably some gators in here for real. I was just looking at the ducks right there. There's got to be gators in here, though. I wouldn't be surprised. This is the intercoastal. Happy Easter, you guys. Look at that. It's dirty. I don't find that clean. Look at that. Y'all have any exciting plans for Easter? Did anybody go out to eat or anything like that? Who found the Easter egg with the money in it? Who found the Easter egg with the money in it? That's what I want to know. One Easter egg always has all the money in it, and I wonder who found the Easter egg with all the money. For real though. It's a good view from right here too. You can see like over here. Oh, that's my finger. Easter's a good time for family, you know, a lot of family get-togethers and that sort of thing. I hope everybody had a good Easter and got to see their family and all that. I'm just curious of what happened. What happened yesterday in Gabby's live? She was crying for some reason, fake crying, and then I seen somebody post a video about her bearded dragon. It might be a different bearded dragon. Then they showed a picture of Karen's bearded dragon, and my God, if it wasn't the same dragon, man, listen, that is not. I think she pulled the old switcheroo, y'all. I think she might have hit him with the switcheroo. That's my opinion, though. Pineapple made a real compelling argument. For real. Yeah. She always doing sketchy shit, Niners girl. She always getting caught though. Like I see her getting called out for everything, man. Like dang. Hey, what's up, baddie? We just enjoying the view out here today, and I got my meds. Hey, what's up, Jay Miller? Hey, Jay Miller, I was thinking about you. This is good. This is where a lot of people go fishing right here. You usually see a lot of people out here fishing. Happy Easter. Like at all these different bridges, they all intersect, you know, in different areas, and like a lot of along like the shore right here, and a lot of these docks right here that go out, there's people fish there a lot. Like I said, I like to go on a boat. Yeah, this is a little spot that I found because I know I was gonna go to a different area last time I was live, so we come to check out this spot right here, and it's pretty cool because it's got all the bridges. I like the bridges. And if you go further down, like Intercoastal, I don't know if you can see it, But you can see like the different bridges all the way down the intercoastal, and they got a really cool architecture on a lot of them. Like a lot of those curved bridges down there, there's so many more though. If you go down the intercoastal, and at nighttime, all those bridges light up. It looks dope. What's up, Ketty Lee? It looks pretty cool at nighttime. That's for sure. I'm trying to find a spot where I can put my phone right quick so you guys can see, because I gotta fix my medication right quick. But yeah, this is see all that over there too? Like, look, right here. Right there. Like, people go fishing over there. I haven't seen that spot. It looks pretty cool right there, though. I wonder what that is. Look at that. What is that? That's like I don't know. But that's some type of, like, structure right there. I wonder who told her to switch out the bearded dragons, man. Cause she ain't that smart. I wonder who told her to do that. Cause she definitely switched them out. That's some wild shit. Man, thank you for the taps, woodworking. Thank you for the taps. I don't have much to talk about tonight, for real. My weekend has been pretty laid back. I just left the dispensary, so I figured I'd come on over. Appreciate the heart, me. Yeah, y'all killing the taps, man. Thank you so much. Your finger gotta hurt. You gotta get one of those machines. I seen it on the TikTok live shop. It's a little machine that does all the tapping for you. Thank you for the hand heart. You did get one? Hey, that's okay, Prissy Nana. Don't worry. I know there's got to be good fishing over there, though. You see where all those bridges are, Jay Miller. It's been a nice night. Hey, Tracy. It is hella relaxing. I'm chilling right now. I'm on like chill vibe 9, you know? It's probably like 72 right now. Something like that. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, so. The water's probably about like 60 degrees, 65 degrees. It's not very Not very warm yet. Water's still pretty chilly. We had a cold winter. Yeah, it's really nice out today, Tracy. I was really excited to go live today over here. I remembered this spotlight. Kind of had to rediscover it. I was driving by over one of the bridges, and I looked down here, and I was like, dang, I wonder if that's how you get down there. And boom, I found the roadway down here. Low 50s. Oh, that's not terrible. Sweatsuits. Everybody grab a hoodie and the sweatpants. Low 50s, we're getting the hoodie and the sweatpants out. Iowa, isn't that pretty cold this time of year, though? Tracy, isn't that? Yeah. Seems like the weather everywhere has been fluctuating. Like, even more so in the last 5 years, 6 years. I remember when I was a kid growing up, they were talking about El Nino. How global warming is affecting the weather. Spring is weird in the Midwest, I'd say. But like I said, the weather's been crazy everywhere, though. Like, 2 weeks straight, a lot of these plants are dead, too. Look at this. 2 weeks straight, we had freezing cold weather, and look at this. Because of that, look at these plants right here, you guys. Because of that cold frost we had, boom, look at this. Do you see that? Look at that. That's dead. That stuff's dead. You see all that dead? That stuff didn't survive the frost. I've never even seen it that much dead stuff like that. Florida's green everywhere. After Mother's Day? Yeah. That's typically the rule anyway. May. April showers bring May flowers. Yeah, 81 day, 39. That's what I'm saying. The weather's been bipolar everywhere. And I feel like it's only gotten more frequent, like, and more reoccurring. Just, over the last, 5-6 years. I remember when I was a kid growing up, we'd have weird seasons like that, but it was, few and far between, kind of like. Now it's like, man, all the time. But then again, it just might be more reported now, You got, all this, new ways of transferring information. And we didn't have no internet when I was a kid. Internet didn't come around until I was in high school. Well, for the public, anyway. We didn't have internet in my high school until, I think my freshman year, and then I went away. I went away my sophomore year, but my freshman year we got a computer lab. I'll never forget that. We had got a computer lab, and they had AOL on there. Y'all remember that? few days of negative temps is not bad though, for like the Midwest up there. But yeah, I mean, I was fascinated with AOL back in the day, but I mean, that was like 56K, like dial-up modem. You know, you would type in a website and you'd walk away for 10 minutes and come back and hopefully it'd be loaded. You know? Chat rooms, yeah. Oh man, MSN chat. I remember the chat rooms were wild. Listen, them chat rooms were wild, okay? Even the bugs don't care now. Hey, they're hanging out through it now. That's funny. Yeah, it would always take so long to go from one page to the next. You would literally, I remember I would punch in a website and walk away and go do something and come back. Now information is so fast, right? It's like this, everything. And you know what I noticed, man? People have less patience now because they expect an immediate, cause and effect. They expect it immediate because of the way information is transferred now. It's crazy. And I've noticed that, man, people's patience with other people are at an all-time low. All-time low. And I noticed it within myself. Instant gratification, for real. But the way that it's transferred now, that instant gratification, the way that you receive it now through your phone so fast and through so many different channels, right? People don't have no patience for waiting for anything. I seen an instance at the cash register, and the guy in front of me was on his phone, and the lady was talking to him at the cash register, and he's on his phone doing whatever, just locked out. And she's like, "Sir, and I'm just like, dang, man. We just get so blocked out with our phones, because it provides that instant gratification. I was watching a YouTube channel, and one of the YouTubers said people are committing crimes and they're getting caught. Why? Because they're cell phones. How dumb do you gotta be? Let me ask you this. How dumb do you gotta be to be a millionaire rapper on house arrest with an ankle GPS locator? You got the FBI in your pocket, basically. How dumb do you gotta be to go rob somebody? And that's a real situation that just happened in the media. You're on federal probation, my guy, and you go rob a rich rapper. What did you think was going to happen? And then someone else said, well, they never would have got caught if somebody didn't record it on their cell phone. And I'm like, so not only did he have a GPS ankle monitor on, but one of his dumbass friends recorded it. Man, come on, man. We rave until the grave. Spaghetti Hot Pocket. I've had those. It's going great. I'm just chilling. Yeah, they tell on themselves. And I've been fascinated by that. I've been following a few different rappers that are in these crazy situations. And I don't understand what stops you from wanting to get... After a while, the money isn't enough. Right? We see that with Diddy. Look, you got so much money, you don't even know what to do with yourself. You're doing weird stuff now. And these rappers, they get money and they get famous, and then all their old vendettas, bro, them gang members don't forget. So now they got money. What makes them do that? Just, you did all that. And it's the lack of human connection. That's true too. And like, they're desensitized to that. And it's just wild, man. Didn't you become a rapper to get out of the situation you were in? I'm so confused. But maybe that's why they're there. And I've been there to jail and stuff. And why they're there and I'm here. Because I'll never go back. But like, I can see where their mentality and where the growth isn't. A lot of them go to jail and come back and go to jail. A lot of them, this isn't their first time in trouble. You know, and they don't have enough gratitude when they wear it as a badge of honor instead of going to jail and being like, man, where did I mess up? And how do I not do that again? They wear it as a badge of honor. And when you're not humble like that, when you come out, you're gonna repeat the same mistake. And it took me 3 times to figure that out. And they got money. I'm talking about these rappers. You guys think that like, yo, like 30 million is a lot? Not to these guys. These rappers are signing deals for 150, 250 million. Like, one rapper just sold his catalog for $170 million. Like, just unbelievable amount of money and influence, you know. I think they're just inherently bad. That's what I feel like. Money made them worse. That's how I feel. That's just how I feel because I watch it. I look at a lot of that objectively, I guess you could say, because I look at it. Boosie, yeah, look at Boosie. But see, Boosie's on that verge, though, I feel like, because he's a little older now, and he just got in trouble too. And but he's a strong voice, you know. He's a strong voice for stuff like that. I feel like Boosie got out of that situation because they know that it was an accident, really. They didn't know whose gun it was. It was the security guards. It wasn't, you know. He'll learn from his mistake, I feel like. Football players make so much money, but NFL players, now hear me out though, like you guys, the entertainment industry is wild because NFL is part of it, right? NBA, all that. The NBA players, the NFL players make ridiculous amounts of money, but they have less influence nowadays on the youth than they did when I was like growing up. And you can see that. Like, man, the youth are being influenced by drill rappers and hip hop rappers, and it's going downhill. Chicago's a bad place to live. You don't want to live there, you know. Certain parts of like, you know, New York, Florida, Miami, you don't want to live there. I feel like the rappers have more influence than the NBA players and the NFL players. But they make a lot of money. And you know, they have a lot of responsibility. You know what I mean? Like, and I like the NFL and the NBA. I like their guidelines on their players. Because the NBA, the NFL, they have an understanding that their superstars have influence and they impact the youth. So, like, they have conduct codes of character for the NBA and the NFL. You know, and it's discipline, right? And you're right, they have a lot of discipline that goes into that. You're right, and it creates a disciplined mindset is what it does, Mahalo. You're right about that. The rappers don't have that, and that's another thing, you know. At least the NBA and the NFL and the NHL, you know, they have codes of conduct for their players, and they'll get fines if they don't abide by these. The rap industry, the music industry, the entertainment industry, Hollywood, they don't have that. There's no oversight. None. So they can do whatever they want in their personal life. Matter of fact, the rap industry encourages you to be a criminal. If you want to blow up in the rap game, you got to be a criminal. That's basically the fact. And that's crazy work, man. Nothing like when I was a kid, man. When I was a kid, I liked my favorite football player. I liked, Tom Brady and Thurman Thomas, but I was never really into sports. Like, one of my favorite author was Ernest Hemingway. I like to read books. James Redfield, I read books when I was young. Yeah, Redfield, Hemingway, those are two of my favorite authors. But that's what I was more into when I was. But I did like some sports, because you would see the Buffalo Bills would be trying to win Super Bowls, and of course, you see everybody with their jerseys and stuff. I always thought Thurman Thomas was just a freak of nature, man. That dude could run through anything. I used to watch that and I used to be amazed because I could never do that. I was never athletic like that. I always wanted to be, but I just never was like that. I still read. I just read Rich Dad Poor Dad, which is a financial literacy book. Barry Sanders was fire. See, I like that guy. I used to love that. Like, when I was younger, we'd be like at first period, we'd be watching ESPN, because those guys would put that on, and I would be watching it, and I always wanted to hang out with that group of people. Dean Koontz is all right. Dean Koontz is all right author, but if I was going to go with crime novel, I like John Sanford. I like the Prey series from John Sanford, like crime novels. If I were to do crime novels like Dean Koontz, I like the Prey series. Thomas. Did you guys ever remember a book called Flowers for Algernon? Anybody ever read that book in school? Did you ever have advanced placement classes like that made you read those literature books? I was in all those classes because I knew how to read, because that's what I used to escape my life by reading a book. For real. Like, when things were bad in my house, I'd read, and I'd be able to leave and go wherever that book was at. You know what I mean? And I remember reading this book, Flowers for Algernon. A fascinating book, man. Rich Dad Poor Dad. Yeah, that's a good book too, right? Financial literacy book. That I like those kind of books, like informational books or like historical fiction books. Like, I like that. But that book, Flowers for Algernon, that was a really good book. That was a nonfiction book, but it was a really good story, man. It's been a while. It took me a long time to read Rich Dad Poor Dad. If you've seen the book, it's not very big. That is the beauty of reading. I go anywhere. That's how I used to get away. My favorite show is The Reading Rainbow, The Reading Rainbow. Y'all remember that? Take a look. It's in a book. Come on, you guys remember that? Don't make me feel old by myself now. Oh, I gotta get out the house. Yeah. Whatever happened to the guy that was on The Reading Rainbow, man? Whatever happened to that guy? Didn't he used to play in the Star Trek TV shows too? If I'm not mistaken. Geordie LaForge. You already know. But he was the guy that did The Reading Rainbow, right? If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it was. If I don't... I got a pretty good memory. I used to couldn't wait for that show to come on. Y'all, man, y'all found out, man. I was a low-key nerd, man. I'm glad there's really no pictures of me from them days. Autopilot. Yeah. I haven't been reading as much as I should be lately. It took me months to read Rich Dad Poor Dad, which I didn't like that because like it was hard for me to focus, and it was getting me frustrated. Oh, your brain's hitting and missing today? It's Sunday though. It's supposed to be wind down, from the weekend, just getting ready to re-energize for Monday. Hold on, you guys. I gotta fire this up. Hold on. Man, it's windy. Yeah, there's no possible way I can light that joint right now, for sure. No way in hell I can light that J right now. Dude, the wind is just beating it up, man. Hate that. I'm surprised Kaylee ain't came back. Kaylee was in my live last time. I'm surprised she ain't came back. Back to the 60s. That's not bad. Yeah, Kaylee came in my live the other day, asking me about where was I bringing the wood chips from my work or something to my house. I don't know. It's weird. I didn't even know who she was until like I started watching Gabby, and like I figured out that Gabby and her were friends, and I couldn't understand why. I was like, it kind of baffled me until I started watching her. Hold on, you guys. I set my phone down so I can light my J. Same cloth, different people, for real. They're soul fractals of each other. That's what I say. Same soul, different body. They're just soul fractals. NPCs. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Gabby's a whole ass NPC, just a non-player character. Like, like just not there. Her and Kaylee got their souls split up, and they're the same energy, just in different bodies, man. Vile, boy. Indeed. I just like to observe, though. Because I'm really curious to know where Aaron went, and why his presence is no longer, all day today I sat and I was watching YouTube videos. No lie. I'm not even playing. I sat on my couch. And I watched YouTube videos for like 6 hours, bro. I might have napped in and out, Oh, he's definitely there, but I wonder why he hasn't come back online yet. We gotta go back to work tomorrow. It scared him off. I think that when he made that video, I don't think he fully thought that through. Literally every comment was a hate comment towards him. Like, I don't think he fully thought that through, for real. And when that happened, I think he was like, oh. And see, and this is what I will say about Aaron. At least he has the common sense, right? To have an understanding that he was just, that he got smoked right there. He don't want to be on the internet no more. They just killed him off on that episode. You know what I'm saying? Like, him like leaving to Chicago on the long weekend, that was just a skit to like exit Aaron, the NPC, from the show. You know? And so, because we know Aaron, Gabby cannot live without Aaron or some type of like structure in her life. She can't make it on her own, for sure. Not with a child and all that, no way. So we know that. So Aaron going, I'm not going for that. I think they just killed him off on the show. They unalived him on the Gabby show. And so we won't see him back for a little while. He didn't like Bean Drip Sunday. Well, he realized that, that wasn't a good idea, and everybody, that didn't go over well. And he had the common sense to get off the internet. Now, Gabby has zero self-awareness. None. See, Aaron made a video, and then Gabby unalived him off the Gabby show. Gabby, on the other hand, well, it's her show. She's not gonna, come on, man. She's just gonna keep it going. She's got zero self-awareness, like, and that's what I mean. Like, she might be a soul fractal herself. She might be like split up. She might be a whole NPC herself, like, for real. Cause I just don't know how anybody can be like that like not self-aware. Like, do you not have a soul? Is there not like, it's like she's a shell. I don't know how to explain it. I can't explain it. Yeah, and they say that about narcissists. They say they're like soulless or whatever. They have no soul. They have no like capability of like emotional, like, they can't be no empathy and no sympathy and none of the athies, none of them, like, and then you add in like some like psychotic behavior, man. That's dangerous. I just don't know why they're not. It confuses me too much why they're not doing something about it, like professionals. A psych evaluation like that, let me say it like this. If Cardi B had that same psych eval, they would have her in a conservatorship right now, taking away all her stuff, If G really has like that low level of like, grasping of anything, like that psych eval said, she needs help, assistance. For real. And like, I don't think Aaron could leave. I don't think he's that. I don't think Aaron will leave his son like that. And I give Aaron credit for that because he's still there. And that's the only reason I could think of that he could still be there. Because I can't give the credit to Gabby. I feel like, he ain't left because he can't leave that. Maybe that too, Daisy. Maybe that too. But I don't know what type of trauma him and Gabby have been through. Like that, so I don't understand that either. But maybe so. But Hazel eyes. You don't think so? Hey, Jody, happy Easter. And then he lacks in other areas. I'm like, bro, like, why can't you read a book to your son? Like, you see that, like, you see what your baby mama's doing on the internet and all that. And, while he's in there, can't you be in there talking to him, hanging out with him? Aaron could be doing that instead of watching the TV or playing a video game, whatever he's doing. He's trying to find it or something. Bean allegedly grew up in foster care and was abused. I understand, and I have understanding with that. But I also have understanding that, like, at some point, when these traumas happen to you, you have to take control of your life. And you can no longer sit in that energy space of this happened to me. It's important. He said that on live one day, yeah. Maybe so. And I truly, I truly hope that's not the case, but if it is, I can understand and have compassion and empathy for that, and I understand. Truly. But I also understand that if you don't do something about that trauma, what it will do to your life, where it will take you. Yeah. That's, and if he, and like I said, I give the credit to Bean Drip on that, because maybe that's why he ain't left yet, because, he don't want to leave his kid like that. So that's the only credit I can give him, though. Other than that, like, man, come on, man. Tighten up. You see her on the live stream, right? Yo, grab your kid, go sit down and read him a book, or go play on the tablet with him. Happy Easter, Toot. You could do that, If I was like, all right, if I'm going to tell you something like that, I feel like you should always provide a solution for somebody if you're going to give them, like, if you're going to critique them, right? Because if you're going to give somebody criticism, you should always provide a solution for them. Because otherwise, I feel like I'm just being a dick. So the solution for that is, like I said, when Gabby's live, and he's not asleep because he's trying to work, whatever, Bean Drip, hey, you could get your kid and go read a book, man. Or go play on a tablet with him. Those are possible options, man. And that would benefit your relationship with your son. And that would benefit everything. And people might actually look at you differently on the internet, Bean Drip. Then you could make a video and not have a bunch of crazy comments, man. I wouldn't even make a video after that if I was you. But I'm just saying. Yeah, we already know that, though, Mahalo. Like, we already know that, though, Mahalo. Like, we know she's an NPC. Gabby's an NPC. We know that. It's up to Bean Drip. And Danny. I don't know. I never really watched Danny's content, but I seen her come over to Gabby's house that one time and like, I don't, she seemed a little bit different than Gabby. She seemed a little bit more present, like, but who knows? I don't really watch like I said, I don't watch either of them really. I just get videos and I watch my FYP. I love Nugget, Cantina, Google Gabby61. You guys make the craziest, best videos, and like every time I hop on there, I scroll and I find one. I love that shit. And FBI agent, I'm rooting for you too because it's weird that Gabby's making all these profiles like within your image. Is weird. It's fucking weird. I gotta understand like what makes a person do this. The only thing I can understand is maybe that she's an NPC. Maybe she's a non-player character. She has no soul. She's looking for it. It's a fractal. Who knows? Nugget cracks me the hell up. 2 tons 61. Stop. I don't even hear that one before. 2 tons 61. She does play him. She does play him. Who said that? Daisy? She does. She does. And selectively. Heavy on the selectively. Heavy on the selectively. But those are some solutions for you, Beans Rip. You can easily do that. And you'd probably receive some positive feedback. Who knows? You can't stand losing brain cells. I'm telling you, and you watch too much of that guy. Listen, and that was the other thing. I was telling someone else that I gotta dumb myself down to watch that shit. And I don't like doing that. When she mispronounces words and uses incorrect grammar and pronunciation, and I have to recorrect it in my brain to understand what she's trying to say, that's too much work for me. If I gotta work that hard to have a read or see or deal with you or interact, no. I was telling someone I had to dumb myself down to watch this stuff, man. It gives me a headache. You have to not care at all in order to be that much unaware of yourself. You just have to not care. You have to have no give a shitter. Her give a shitter probably was never made. That was probably a manufacturer defect right there from the start. She fucking. I wouldn't be able to take it, man. If you in Delulu land and I'm having a conversation with you and you're in Delulu land, I'm gonna snap you out of it because I require because when someone's speaking to me, I give them my attention. I look them in the eye. I make sure that they know that I'm paying attention. And if you're talking to someone and they're just off on Delulu land, man, I'm gonna be like, excuse me, I was talking, come here, excuse me. I was speaking with you, what happened here? She would hate me. I could never be, it would never happen. It would just never happen. That would never happen. I'd be constantly snatching her out of that. No. That's why they got to keep going to Renner Center to get new beds. They're like, we got to do this on the floor. Yeah, I got a warning. They're like, we got to do this on the floor, man. Renner Center they're going to owe Renner Center for the next 10 years. I think they caught my vape in it. I think they caught my vape. I was trying to do it on the low, but I guess they caught me. Yeah, and the couches from Rent Center, like, hey, listen. If you paid your bill, nobody would know that you got your stuff from Rent Center. Just saying. Just saying. Imagine taking that back. They might as well just take that as a whole L. Imagine taking that back. Rent a Center gonna be like, yeah, we don't want that. It's gonna cost them like another $300-400 just to steam clean that shit. I don't know how either. I didn't even hit my vape. I didn't try to anyways. I tried to move it to the side. My bad. I'm trying to keep it off there though. Thank you for the heart me. All those dead skin cells. Thank you. Thank you. Man, all those dead skin cells on that couch, and they take it back after like a year. How you not paid off in a year? Come on, man. They're like, hey, but she got a job, man. Let's give her a round of applause for getting a job, for real. You gotta give credit where credit's due, man. Let's give her a round of applause for getting a job, for real. I'll give her that. She got a job, apparently. Now we need to start seeing some, because this is what G's gonna do. Now that she's got a job, she's gonna do some flexing, y'all. She's gonna do some flexing. Mahalo. She's gonna do some flexing now. I like to see her flex and take the animals to the vet with that newfound wealth. Because we know she's super educated and she's really career driven, and she's got a large corporate expenditure count. Gabby's just, she's in it. She's right there next to Boss Lady. Her and Boss Lady running the same corporation. You ain't know? G is head of HR. G is head of the HR, and Boss Liar is running the whole thing. So let them tell it. Some poses. I could teach her some poses. Look, you want one right now, Michelle? Was that good? Was that good? With her computer unplugged. But hopefully, because she's going to go on the internet and she's going to flex. And it's going to look so bad for her because we know she's not financially responsible. We know that. So we know this about her too as well. She's going to go on the internet and flex. And we know she's not financially responsible. So she's going to be out there looking real dumb real soon, y'all. Nugget, get ready. Nugget, get ready. It's a temp job. But hey, listen. A temp job, if you show up and you put in maximum work and effort, the temp job could turn into a permanent damn position. That's a fact. It's up to her, man. She's got to put the social media down and put the career in front. I'm telling you. Hey, D-Mac. No, she did not. Jury duty counted as a temp job? I don't think so, but who would hire her for jury duty? Stop. Listen. No way. Not in Lee County. No shot. I can't go for it. Somebody send me some jury transcripts of fucking Gabby. I feel sorry for that human. If someone goes on jury trial in front of Gabby, I don't feel she has the intelligence to make a sound, intelligent decision. I'm fighting it. We're going to appeal. We're going to appeal. They won't. They can't pick her. They can't. Never in a million years. The defendant would get off the hook. The defendant would get a retrial because she would be, they would, man, could you imagine if she got all the way to trial and the defense found out that their juror was an internet nuisance, let's just say that, and then they found out that their we'll just say it like this, that their psych evaluation revealed that they have an intelligence quotient level of 61. We'll say it like that because that's how it was. The psych evaluation showed that this juror had an intelligence quotient level of 61. That dude's off the hook. He's out of there, man. They're going to let him out to jail because, yeah, she can't intelligently make a sound decision. Just saying. Just saying. If she gets on that jury, the defense is going to get a W. No way the defense would be like, so, Miss Gabriella Jacobson, you know, in Lee County, no shot. Oh, it's making me do a puzzle. Wait, what? It made me do a puzzle. Yo, it just made me do a puzzle. That's crazy. To stay on live. They thought I was a robot or something. They calling me an NPC. TikTok just called me a robot, y'all. I think they just thought I was like a robot. They made me do a puzzle, like, to stay going live. That was weird. Never seen that. Bean got a new bike. Let me see it. Someone send it to me. What kind of bike Bean got? I was just saying though. Hey, I think Gabby got a job, and that would be good for them. And it, you know. But let's just see if she does anything good with her money, because she's a financial 61. We know that. We know that, y'all. So let's just see if she does anything smart with her money. Probably not. She definitely won't, villain. Happy Easter, villain. Check out these bridges. I don't know if you ever, villain. Those bridges are dope. I don't know if you ever seen them. Excuse me, y'all. Woo! That was gas. I love that. Hey, average chick. Not your average chick. My bad. He bought an e-bike. Hold on, wait a minute. Bean bought an e-bike. So that means that Gabby's got some type of income coming in to pay. You know, hey, more power to him, man. But me personally, I wouldn't have bought an e-bike. He needs to go take his kid and go get him a new wardrobe for summer, because summer's coming up. You know, and he's got to think about, he's got school coming next year, ain't it? Isn't that coming soon? Swapping bikes and dragons. Stop, Billy. Oh my God. Mimi did not send them no bread from the condo sale, man. You think she did that for real? She would be bragging about it, y'all. She would be bragging about that stuff if that happened, man. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but I would just feel like she would be bragging about it, you know? So he starts kindergarten. Oh, man. They got to put him in some J's. They got to give him some Air Force Ones. He needs a Trapper Keeper folder. And he's got to have a pencil or 4. A temp job from a temp agency, Philly born. Hey, but that's still a job, man. But, hey, listen. We know that she probably going to mess that up. So. Got to start somewhere. But they can't do nothing for their son, though. I don't like that, man. He needs some stuff. If school is coming, listen, man, they have to understand that he needs to have nice shoes. You know, he's got it. They will make fun of him. They're already going to get on him because of who his mama is. Like, for real. Like, man, I'm not excited for C to go to school, y'all. I'm just not, man. They don't even buy the kid a coat, man. Like, they bragging like they got this money, man. Like, go buy the kid a coat, man. Don't have a wish list up like that. Like, that's crazy, man. Like, you know. And I get that. Not everybody prefers, you know, nice shoes and all that. And I understand that. I totally get that. However, you know, a pair of Nikes goes a long way. You don't got to get, you know, you ain't got to go crazy and get, you know, but like a pair of Nikes will make you feel a lot different than a pair of Walmart shoes. That's a fact. You're right, Villain. A job is a job, but at 5, no, maybe not at 5, but like in 3rd grade though, for real. Soon. And, you know, it's going to be soon. It doesn't matter. It's soon. You know, not 5, but maybe 9. You know, it's soon. And they don't care. Like, if they're not taking care of them now properly, but, you know, they don't care. Like, DCF don't care. Right, it's coming up. Like, you know, it don't matter if it's, you know, if he doesn't understand now, but he will soon. He will know soon, man. You know, he will know soon. And have a whole and complete understanding. Because kids nowadays, listen, they find this stuff on the internet about you just to antagonize you. Okay? Hey, Minnie, I wouldn't disagree with that at all, man. People there's cases that need to be brought to forefronts of DCF and CPS and all that, you know. And the only way you can do that is by raising awareness. But the crazy part is with this particular situation, there's been so much awareness brought to it, so many phone calls that every phone call is it makes it worse. But a lot of times, you're right though. Pressure bust pipes. And maybe if you protest outside of the office with a specific case in mind, you know, you can get some gears to turn. But I just don't see that happening. I mean, it's sad. He's going to grow up. And he's going to, you know, he's going to get older. And he's going to know, man. He's going to know. But once he gets older, if he can turn that around, and then turn it into a drive for something that he's passionate about, you can change his life, man. I'm a living example of that, for real. They're pro family state. No matter how shitty the family is. That's crazy, man. I agree with that, though. I don't really, Lori Jones, I can't really watch her too much, man. I went in that live one time and I was just talking crap to her, gassing her up a little bit. I told her to give me a couple grunts and I'll shoot her a galley, but like, she's another one, man. When she speaks, it's like scratching my brain, you know? When she talks, it's like it's the most worst annoying thing. That's why I said like, she sounds like she's got carbon monoxide poisoning. Yo, we got storms coming in tomorrow. Yay. Oh, look, here come the lights are being turned on the bridges, y'all. Hold on, this one's a cool one. You see how it's red, white, blue? You see that? Red, white, blue, red, white, blue. That whole bridge, the pillars light up red, white, and blue. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a dope little spot right here, no lie. Get y'all some of this view. Look at that little boat right there, y'all. Hey, y'all see that boat right there? I really want to go on that boat. For real. Hey, I wish I could meet the guy or whoever, the person that owns that boat. I'll be like, hey, man, I'll pay you for that boat for one day. I'll give him $500 for the day. You think it's worth that? Or maybe more. What do you think? Probably more, right? There's some more. Those boats are there a lot more. Bought lineman? No, I haven't. Said it's a viral story. Haven't heard of it. It looks like they're all anchored. This one looks like it's in trouble, but I can't really tell. $500 good for a day, right, Brandy? I thought so. I don't know, but like, you know. Well, I'll pay that for real. Alright, y'all, I'm about to head back. I'm in Daytona, Niners. Well, this area right here specifically is like, this is like Ormond, like north. I'll have to check it out, Patty. Or Sadie Poo. Yeah, I'm about to get off here, guys. I hope everybody has a good night, though, y'all. We'll be back at a different location tomorrow night. We're going to check out another spot. Have a good night, guys. Bye.